Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about a topic that plays a crucial role in our lives, networking. Now, networking plays a vital for our personal and professional growth. But I also think it can be incredibly challenging, especially for those of us who feel anxious in social situations. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Famil Samadli, a software engineer who is also navigating my path in the entrepreneurial journey. From childhood, we aren't often taught properly about networking. Most of the time, I think we inherit whatever the network our family has built over the years. What we see in the movies and are taught about networking from everyone tends to be surface level knowledge most of the time. But networking isn't just about exchanging business cards or adding contacts in LinkedIn. I think it's about building a genuine relationship that can lead to new opportunities, collaborations, friendships. Many studies have shown that a significant percentage of job opportunities comes from personal connections. For me, for example, it took quite some time to understand and grasp the importance of networking. I'm usually an extroverted person, but the way my family raised me led me to become a more introverted, especially when it comes to meeting new people and trying to create connections. As someone who has struggled with social anxiety for quite a while, I truly understand how daunting meeting new people or attending networking events can be. The fear of judgment, saying the wrong thing, or just feeling out of the place can make us want to avoid these situations altogether. Now, over the years, I've tried many things to ease my social anxiety, like joining debate classes at university, going to clubs to talk with strangers, even therapy or coaching sessions, and not to mention countless of videos and books I've consumed on the topic. Now, after all these efforts, I realized that a few strategies work for me to help me put myself out there and network more comfortably. For me, the issue is usually that I get excited when a new event comes up, and immediately I register for it. But as the date approaches, doubt starts creeping me in, and I begin to make excuses to avoid it at all costs. At this point, taking the brave and crucial step of ignoring these doubts and going to the event is important, but it's not always easy as it sounds. So during these doubts, I tried 4 main strategies that have worked perfectly for me. One is go with a friend. So attending events with a friend or someone you know can significantly reduce the anxiety. It's a proven method that provides a sense of comfort and support. Having a familiar face around can make it easier to approach others and engage in conversations. Now, second one is build confidence through routine. Now, I regularly push myself to go to gym alone, especially because I noticed that my brain triggers the same emotions and excuses when I want to go to a gym or a networking event. And by creating an habit of pushing myself out there and going to a gym, I built confidence in myself. This routine makes it easier to leave the house when it comes to attending networking events. Now, it's about conditioning yourself to step out of your comfort zone regularly. Now, third one is the setting a small achievable goals. So instead of overwhelming ourselves with the idea of meeting dozens of people, aim to have meaningful conversations with just 1 or 2 individuals. This approach makes the tasks less daunting and more manageable. So over the time, these small interactions can lead to significant connections. Now, fourth one is shifting your mindset. Recognize that our brains often exaggerate fears and potential negative outcomes instead of viewing the networking events as a high-stakes situations. So what you should do is try to approach them as simple gatherings where people meet and talk. So you don't have to present yourself perfectly or be extraordinarily charming. Just being genuine and open is more important. And I have to be honest, I never regretted going to these events. In fact, at one of them I met with the people who turned out to be some of my best friends, whom now I call family. Now, through these connections, I got my first full-time engineering job. And even though I had failed many company interviews, not just once, but multiple times. Now, during these times, I felt very discouraged, anxious, and very stressed. But by taking these initial steps and meeting new people, I eventually became a successful engineer over the time, both in knowledge and financially. With the help of these connections, I was able to create my first solo company, which helped me to increase my earnings 6 times over the 2-year period, making me one of the top earners in countries that I lived. Now, usually the point is that in the long run, no matter how scary it seems, it's always the hardest to take the first step, and then rest comes much more easily. And during the process, I also learned that the main problem usually is recognizing that our brains often exaggerate things far beyond that they are. So we start looking those events as they will solve all our problems, like meeting our future spouse, finding a co-founder or business idea, or connecting with venture capitalists who will invest in our startup. So instead of thinking all these, we should just approach these events as simple gatherings where people meet and talk, and nothing more than that. So you don't have to present yourself perfectly, be exceptionally smart, or be an extraordinary charming person. What you need to do is take the first step and talking with someone, and rest will fall into places like dominoes. Moreover, during my journey, I found inspiration in a book called $1 Million Weekend by Noah Kagan. It's this book, and I highly recommend all of you to read it. It really changes your perspective to the things happening in the life. So in this book, there's a part that I love, and it's a perfect example for how networking it should be. And I wanted to share it with you because I think it will open your mind about how you should look at the things. So in this book, it says that in 2007, there's a guy named Andrew moves to Bay Area to be successful and achieve his dreams. And he knew that he would need to network with people better than him so he can learn from those people. Now, he set himself a goal to meet 5 people a day, and for the first 6 months. And guess what? He actually managed to meet with very high-profile people like VCs, founders like Eric Yuan, you may know it as the Zoom founder. And also through these connections, he managed to be a general partner at one of the best venture capital company in the world called Andreessen Horowitz. His strategy was simple and yet effective. It was 3 steps basically. So every time he was going to these networking events, at the end of the event, he was sending personalized thank you emails to the person that he met. And in this email, he would include highlights from their conversations. And this was actually showing that he was genuinely listened and valued the interaction. And second step was that he was sending follow-ups, action items. So he was addressing any topics that require further discussion or action and keeping the momentum going. Now, third one he was doing was that he was requesting that person to introduce him to very other people that they thought they would be excited to meet with Andrew. So by applying this consistently, he built a robust network that opened doors to incredible opportunities. Now, I'm trying to follow the same footsteps, but sometimes it gets a bit hard to do regularly in our adult lives, especially meeting 5 people a day. It's almost impossible. But however, the point I think we should all take from this is that we do not actually have to wait for the opportunities, or people that want to network should come find us, or we should strive to become extremely knowledgeable so that we can get promotions and meet high-profile people. I think what we simply have to do is just put ourselves out there by genuinely meeting and getting to know people. In the end, you never know what opportunities the person you meet at a random networking event might bring into your life. And I think here are the actionable tips that I personally try to apply in my life, which can be beneficial for your networking efforts too. I think I try to be more proactive. So I do not wait for the networking events to come to me, but I regularly seek out opportunities to meet with people, whether it's conferences, joining professional groups or activities, or participating in community events. Second of all, I do a follow-up after meeting someone, making sure that follow-up with a message or email, and I personalize it by mentioning something specific from our conversation. And this helps to solidify the connection and keeps the dialogue open. And third and last one, I think, most important one, I say that offer a value and think about how you can help assist others. Networking is a two-way street, I say, and offering help or resources fosters strange relationship. Now, fourth one is staying consistent, making networking as a regular part of our routine. The more practice we do, the more comfortable you will become. And remember, networking is about genuine connections. By being yourself and taking these small steps to overcome your anxiety, you can open doors to incredible opportunities and relationships. You never know what possibilities await you when you step out and meet with new people. Thank you for joining me today. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content on our personal growth and entrepreneurship. Share this with your network. and share your experiences about the networking. I would love to hear all the things in the comments. And thank you for listening. And I hope these insights will help you on your journey and you will be more successful in your networking. See you. Bye-bye.